Now that Sins of Sinister is over with, Orchis is in full effect. My name is Dorian, this is SCM Comics, and we are starting our coverage of X-Men with X-Men number 22. Our story starts off in New York City at the Treehouse. Now, if you guys read Uncanny Avengers number 1, it's kind of nostalgic because you know what happened to the Treehouse. If you didn't, it's cool, your boy got you. Link will be in the description and also be a pinned comment. You have Omega Sentinel, who is waiting for Opal, and Opal is her Opal self. Omega Sentinel's like, isn't it a beautiful day? And Opal's like, cut the shit, because you know that's Opal. And Omega Sentinel's really being nice. He's like, you know, I'm one of your biggest admirers. And Opal's like, well, so you're the crafty bitch who's been slithering into my DMs. Again, that's Opal. But then Omega Sentinel's like, let me be blunt. I can smell the cocoa drugs on you. I know you've been using the drug of the mind. That was a mistake. And Opal's like, I was losing myself every day. I felt less and less me. I don't believe in miracles, but I remember everything now. So Omega Sentinel's like, that's fine. I'll keep this to myself, but you gotta give me your research on the gateway. And Opal hands it over immediately. So as Omega Sentinel's leaving, she pretty much tells Opal that there is a Trojan horse. The mutants put a Trojan horse in the medication not to take it anymore. If she needs to keep taking her doses to get organic cocoa and flowers, not the medication that they sell and wherever they sell it at in this comic book. But Omega Sentinel is speaking in half-truths, and we're about to find out on the next page, because we got the Clique and they're back together. We got Nimrod, we got MODOK, and we got Dr. Stasis, and they're the ones, well, Orchis is the ones who put the Trojan horse in the medication. They're the ones going around testing it to see if it works. And boy does it ever. MODOK has his controller in his hand and he sets it to a certain frequency. All of a sudden the dude that just got finished taking the mind pills gets up out of his bed, runs head first into the window, keeps hitting it until he falls out it. So in a nutshell, Orchis Trojan horse controls the flight or flight response. They can pretty much control whether they turn on each other or turn on themselves. And it's not in all cocoa drugs, but it's in a lot of cocoa drugs. And even Dr. Stasis asks, how many people do you think have ingested it? And MODOK pretty much says millions. And now we go to the portion to where Dr. Stasis has been contributing to Orchis. He has these centers popped up and he puts them like right next to different like hospitals and stuff like that, where they claim they could cure whoever of their X gene. Now, some people are like, well, why would you want to be cured of your X gene? Not everybody has like the ability to read minds or is super strong or anything like that. You have people like this guy who looks like he's a creature from the Black Lagoon. And you got a guy that's out there that's pretty much like, hey, I was just like you. I had a crazy X gene and I didn't have the ability to live a normal life, but now I do because of Orchis. Just sign his consent form and we can start helping you out. So as soon as he walks into the tent, he realizes he's made a grave mistake. And he tries to get the hell out of there, but they snatch him right back in there. And they're pretty much about to do all kinds of craziness to him. And all of a sudden, all you hear is, you heard the man. He changed his mind. And that's a fundamental right. And then we see is Cyclops, Forge, and Firestar. So the mutant goes, help. And Cyclops is like, well, you sure have it. And he hits old boy with a straight arm, but he doesn't move. And Cyclops is like, that straight arm should have put you on your ass. You've been hitting the weights. And the old boy just clocks Cyclops. Why are they doing Cyclops like this? This is the second book that I've read where Cyclops is just getting just beat down. Why? Cyclops is supposed to be the leader of the X-Men. So while that's going on, the dude that got the mutant in the tent in the first place pulls a gun on Forge. Forge just spits out this piece of gum. It hits the ground and then starts surrounding the dude like in a bubble gum bubble, I guess. So old boy still threatening to shoot Forge before the bubble gum encases him. And then Firestar comes and heats up the gun and he drops it. But then our boy that's hitting the weights comes and clotheslines the hell out of Forge. So then Firestar is like, I don't know who the hell you are, but you about to have one hell of a sunburn. You need to stand down. And all of a sudden he starts to pop. And Forge is like, look, it's a machine. Don't hold back. So Firestar just unleashes her power. So the Firestar is like, oh my God. And it goes, Sentinel Zero online. Orchis personnel will be protected at all costs. And then all of a sudden you hear snitch. dude got the claws of Wolverine. So he gets right to it and he cuts Firestar. You know what? I'm gonna take back what I said about Cyclops, because he didn't know that he was dealing with an android that has Wolverine's adamantium skeleton. You know, that's a little bit above his little physicalness that he can handle as far as that goes. He just needs to hit him with the optic blast and quit playing around. And that's exactly what he does. He hits him with the optic blast, and then Forrest comes in and kicks him with his mechanical leg. But then the Sentinel's like, all right, you want to play around? And he cuts Forrest's leg right off. So the mutant that they're trying to rescue is helping Firestar. Cyclops, he ain't playing around no more. He picks up Forrest's leg and then hits the Sentinel with it. So now the Sentinel's done playing around. He goes after Cyclops. He's trying to stab him. And then Firestar says one of the coldest lines I've read in comics. She goes, I got this, everybody. If you can hear my voice, you are too close. Help out the injured and run for your lives. Man, I'm not even gonna lie. If I heard that, I'd have been hauling ass. If somebody would have been like, you gonna help out? I'm like, nope, I am gone. If anything's gonna get burnt, it's gonna be my butt cheeks. So she just unleashes and it looks like a bomb exploded. You got Cyclops carrying Forrest because he only has one leg. You got the mutant running behind him saying, I'm sorry, my bad. And that Sentinel is still coming at Firestar, taking it right to the face. She just yells, stop. And he stops right in her face and his head lands on her shoulder. You know he's hot as hell, so you know he had to burn her shoulder, and she just pushes him right off. So then Firestar is like, let's go home to our medical bay, and will somebody please tell Wolverine to quit littering? So now we're back at the treehouse. Of course that made news, so oh boy, the creature from the Black Lagoon is taking pictures and he's like, please don't use the flash. You got Firestar who's being treated in the medical bay, and Cyclops is walking around. I guess him and Jean are going through some issues, so he's brooding. And Forrest even makes a comment about it. He's like, sorry to interrupt your brooding, and he goes, forgive me, that was poor choice of words. So then Forrest goes, I'm worried we're losing the hearts and minds of the humans. I have something planned for the next gala, but before that I have a question. How many times has Wolverine died and we not recovered the skeleton? And then Cyclops was like, but before we even get into that, why do they got Wolverine's skeleton in the background wrapped up in Christmas lights with a Santa hat on there? I'm like, are you serious? So we find out on the last page that number is 10. They have 10 Wolverine skeletons that they're about to turn into Sentinels. This is starting to get really, really crazy, and I'm loving every minute of it.